women don't actually care about you. And it's just a fact of female nature that you guys are gonna just have to accept. Okay, it doesn't mean to hate them for it. It doesn't mean to start getting bitter or angry towards them for it. It's just something you have to accept. It's like if you're out and a bee decided to sting you, would you get mad at the bee for stinging you? No, you would just, it might annoy you, right? But you would just accept the fact that, hey, that's what bees do. Notice how it's only the female bees that sting. It's pretty interesting, right? But you just have to accept it's part of female nature that they don't actually care about you. Okay, women don't care about you. Women don't care about us, guys. That's the way it is. At the end of the day, they only care about themselves. That's what hypergamy is. That's how it's designed to work. Women don't actually care about you. They care about their own needs being met. They care about their own survival. So your girlfriend or your wife, if you think that she cares about all of the emotional investment that you have put into your relationship with her, if you think that she cares how much time you've spent with her, how many years you've stayed together, how much money you've spent on her, she just doesn't care about these things. Okay, that's not how hypergamy works. All she cares about is constantly seeking out the highest value male. At the end of the day, that's what she wants. And like Chris Rock says, when your woman's giving you that look, and it's a little bit of a dirty look or a resentful look or a passive aggressive look, it's because she knows that you were not her first choice, right? She just knows you weren't her first choice. The overwhelming majority of women out there, they are hypergamous and they don't actually care about you. And they do only care about what you can do for them. Right? The value you could provide, the stimulation you can provide in her life. It's almost like you're an entertainer, right? You have to keep her happy at all times. It's all about her. It's a hard pill to swallow, guys. I know. All right. Don't click off this video and immediately get mad at your girl. Don't blame her. Again, it's like, don't blame the bee for stinging you. It's just accept it's part of female nature. Think about all those ex-girlfriends you've had and all those relationships that ended where you invested years of your life with this woman. You emotionally invested in her. You were monogamous. You were faithful to her. You dedicated your life to this woman. You built your life around her. You thought she was your best friend. And then one day, out of nowhere, she just gets up and leaves. She leaves you, or she just gets up and cheats on you. You find out that she's having sex with another guy. Just out of nowhere, suddenly, and it hits you, boom, like a ton of bricks. Or as I always like to say, it's like hitting a brick wall at 100 miles per hour, right? With no seatbelts and no airbags. Just bam, out of nowhere. And you're just shell-shocked, right? And you're like, how could she do this to me? Oh my gosh, I thought she was my best friend. I thought, we loved each other. What about all these trips we took together? What about that house we bought together? What about that time that, we went to Paris together and, that time we celebrated Christmas together with our families? Like, how could she do this to me? Because at the end of the day, she doesn't care about you. They don't care about us, guys. Okay? It's not just you. It's all of us as men. Women do not care about us. We are expendable to them. Look at what's going on with the feminist movement. All these male tools that they're using are happy to be used as tools because they think at the end of the tunnel they're going to get sex, which they're not, right? They're just being used. Because as soon as these women are done using these men to advance their agenda, these guys will be disposed too. Unfortunately, most of them will never learn their lesson. They will be ready to jump onto the next bandwagon to help women further their agenda and just feed them more power. Okay, never realizing at the end of the day that they just use us, right? They just use us. I mean, look at Instagram. Look at all the girls taking selfies and just, you're there liking all her photos. And you see all of these thirsty beta males dropping hundreds, even thousands of comments and just validating the shit out of this girl. And she never replies. And she never has any intention of replying or ever meeting any of these guys in real life. Why does she do that? She's doing that because you're supplying something to her. You're offering her some value, which is validation. That's what girls love. Women are natural attention whores. These girls are just using you. They're using you for attention. They're using you for validation. Okay, that's it. At the end of the day, she does not care about you. This includes your girl and your wife. She likely does not care about you specifically. She cares about what you can do for her and what you are doing for her. Whatever value you happen to be providing at the time, at the current moment, whatever value you happen to be providing, whether it be financial value, you might be taking care of the kids while she's at work, you know, you might be giving her sexual gratification. You're providing some value in her life to where you're keeping her around. And that's why they have this saying that, hey, you don't own these girls, it's just your turn, right? Especially with hot girls. Girls who are 8s, 9s, and 10s, the hottest women on the planet. You do not own these women, they are community property. Okay? You don't own these girls, they're community property, it's just your turn. So enjoy your turn, and then, you know, soon enough, it will not be your turn anymore. They're community property. And then when these girls get in their 30s, when they're no longer hot, they drop from like say a 9 to a 6 or a 7 because she's getting older. That is when you can marry that girl off. But once they go beyond the age of 30, most of them begin to lose their looks. A woman begins to lose her looks actually in her late 20s, around like 26, 27. She begins to lose her looks. So once she gets in her 30s, she is, for the most part, she's generally not an 8, 9, or 10 anymore. She's definitely not a 10. All right, you're not going to see any 30-year-old who's a 10. That's just reality. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Just reality. So that girl who was once a 10, you know, in her 30s, she could drop down to, you know, maybe like a 7 or a 6, and now she's no longer community property, and now you can go off and marry that girl, and she'll probably stay with you as long as you're one of the beta providers and provision for her financially. But that will be your shot. All those years that she used you as an emotional tampon, it will finally pay off when she's in her 30s and she's lost her looks and she's getting close to hitting the wall. That's when she will cash in her chips and she will be ready for a thirsty beta male like yourself, if you're one of those guys. Okay, but the alpha males who are actually like having fun with her and running a train on her and doing all sorts of crazy sexual shit in her 20s, those guys are just going to continue on dating the 20-year-olds. You know, those guys are not dumb enough to marry this girl once she's gotten off that cock carousel. They are not dumb enough to marry this girl in her 30s or 40s or 50s. And generally, it's the beta males who do that. Generally, it's the hater guys in my comment section who do that, right? You haters, don't worry. When you're in your 30s, you'll get that girl. Hypergamy doesn't care, okay? Hypergamy doesn't care about your feelings. Hypergamy doesn't care about your emotions. Hypergamy doesn't care about all those trips you took with her or all the money you invested in her or the car you bought her. Hypergamy doesn't care, okay? Because that same girl can leave you at the drop of a hat for a higher value male, a higher value guy. That's just how it works. If you're gonna sit there and argue with me on this and be foolish enough to believe otherwise, that no, she can love me unconditionally. I know if the more I put into her, the more she'll love me, mister. Then you go do that, okay? Go do that. Don't waste your time dropping the hater comments in my down below if that's what you want to do. Just go do that and see how that turns out, okay? See how that turns out for you. Let me know. This is why it is so important to red pill yourself, to go red pill and unplug from that blue pill matrix, okay? Because all of those old blue pill values and beliefs, they've never served you, okay? You need to be honest with yourself. And this is for my haters too, who want to hate on me for what I'm teaching you guys. You know, those blue pill ideas that you're hanging on to and clinging on to, when have they ever served you? You know, and I'm being honest, I'm trying to help you. When have those beliefs ever served you? Okay, think about all the girlfriends you've had. Well, a lot of you guys are incels, but you know, the few of you that have had girlfriends, think about how she left you, how she dumped you, how she didn't even care when she did that. And she just like left you for dead. You know, when have those blue pill idealisms ever served you properly? They haven't. They never have. For you guys like who are incels who've never had a girlfriend, just think about all the girls that you're actually attracted to. How do they treat you, right? They treat you like a little brother, don't they? They treat you like a little bitch, like a little girlfriend, don't they? They use you as an emotional tampon, don't they? You can't tell me otherwise. And here you are, you know, sitting here defending these women, these girls, the same girls who like are likely talking shit about you right now, telling their girlfriends how creepy you are and how they can't get rid of you. All right, don't kid yourselves. This is why I always tell you guys, you have to go red pill, okay? Because as long as you stay plugged into that blue pill Disney matrix where you were sold all these fantasies and all these, you know, all this bullshit growing up, as long as you hold on to that, you're just never going to be successful, not only with dating and women, but with life, with business. Okay, the more red pill I go, the better my life gets. You know, because at the end of the day, like I said, women do not care about you. They don't care about us as men. They care about themselves. I mean, everything. And the sad thing is, like, everything, everywhere you look in society today is designed to continue to fuel female hypergamy. Our entire society right now is designed to pedestalize women, right? It's designed to pedestalize women and actually fuel their hypergamy even more by tenfold, right? It's designed to help them continue to find and continue to chase after higher and higher value males. If a guy wants to have multiple girlfriends or multiple sexual partners, he's going to get shamed for that. But if a woman does that, it's like, oh, you go, girl. You're empowered. You are a strong, independent woman. So you have to understand, not only do women not care about us, but society does not care about us either. We are so disposable. It's insane. And if you're a male and you cannot see it and you're still blind to it and you're dropping these hater comments on videos like mine, just turn in your penis, man. Just turn in your penis. If you look in the dictionary under the word traitor, you'll probably see your photo there. Right now, I have a dating rotation of 6 different women that I'm seeing right now. A few of them I've taken a few trips with, and I've enjoyed them. It's great. I love going on dates with them, to dinners, and I enjoy being with them. But at the end of the day, I do know that they do not actually care about me. Not in the way that I think they care about me, right? Just like your girl, she doesn't actually care about you in the way that you think she cares about you. Okay, she cares about what you're doing for her, the value you're providing. With the women I'm dating right now, the value that I'm providing for them, for the most part, is emotional. They're almost like on an emotional roller coaster with me, right? Because sometimes I call, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm available, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm really touchy-feely and affectionate, and other times I'm not. I'm not doing these things on purpose. It's not part of game. It's just part of who I am now, because I've gone red pill and I'm aware to female nature. I know that they can never love me the way I truly want to be loved as a man. I know that they don't really care about me the way I think they care about me, right? I'm awake to that. So because of that, I do not live my life for them. I live my life for me. I live on my terms. And to a woman, that's extremely attractive. And really, as a man, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. And that's what we are wired to do as men. We're wired to stay on our path and purpose and not make women the center of our universe. Because when you stop making women the center of your universe, guess what? That's when they'll want to follow your lead. That's when they'll want to become a part of your life. Okay, but what we were taught growing up by the blue pill matrix is that we got to be nice to the girl. We got to bend over backwards for her. We got to make sure that, we tell her she's pretty every day and bring her flowers every day. All of this little bitch behavior that turns women off. I mean, they are not psychologically wired to respond to that type of weak behavior unless it's coming from an alpha male that they cannot have. If any of the girls I'm dating right now, if I just brought them like a single rose, they would like crumble and be like, oh, he brought me a rose, oh my gosh, Whereas one of the girls I'm seeing, her ex bought her a Tiffany bracelet. He used to buy her dozens of roses every single month. And I know for a fact she never appreciated it because it wasn't coming from the right guy. So when these girls are like hating and they're like, oh, I love flowers. I love flowers. Me personally, I love them. Yeah, you love them from the right kind of guy. You don't want flowers from a beta male orbiter. You don't want flowers from that creepy guy in your office sitting 3 cubicles down from you. You don't want him giving you flowers. You want the alpha male to give you flowers, the guy who's putting you on these emotional highs and lows. But again, I'm not stupid. I know the girls, even the girls I'm dating, that they don't really care about me at the end of the day. And I know that if a higher value male came along that they viewed as a higher value male with, tens of millions of dollars in the bank, who's like a professional athlete or something like that, I might be able to hold my own for a little while, but eventually she would take off. she would exercise her hypergamy and she would drop me. And all the time we spent together, all of those movies we watched together, and all of those dates we went on would not mean anything to her. Wouldn't mean a thing, you know? And I'm awake to that, as you should be too. Because when you find yourself in a situation where your girl like gets up and leaves one day just out of nowhere, it won't be as shocking to you, because you'll be like, okay, you know, it's part of female nature. It's like, if you're walking along and a bee happens to sting you, you know, it might annoy you a bit, but you won't crumble, you know, your world won't come crumbling down, and, you know, you won't want to put a rope around your neck, you know, wanting to end your life because of it. You'll just realize, okay, well, this is just part of female nature. So if my girl, any of the girls I'm seeing right now, were to take off for a higher value male, I'd be like, okay, well, good for you. You know, I'm happy for you. You found somebody with more money and better looking and more jacked and could provide a better lifestyle for you, and, you know, give you those emotional highs. Okay, good for you. In the same sense, no longer do I make any woman the center of my universe. You know, and you shouldn't. You just shouldn't, right? But we were never told these things growing up, were we? I mean, women are given all the support they need these days. Women are given all the support, all of the government programs, and all of the protection that a society could possibly give a woman. They have all that. Us as guys, we don't have any of that. Nobody cares about us. Nobody cares. Turn on your TV, watch these Hollywood movies, right? They're emasculating us. Everything's about hating men and making men look like buffoons, and, you know, taking away our male role models. Anytime we have a male role model who starts to build a following, what do? These leftist social media platforms deactivate their accounts and delete them. So we lose our male role models, the few that we have out there. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about us, especially women. And you have to understand that, you know, and I'm not saying that she doesn't care about you, like, at all. She doesn't care about you in the way you think she cares about you. She cares about you in a way where she cares about the value you bring into her life. Okay, I could say that a million times. That's what she cares about. She doesn't actually care about you. Sorry. Another red pill truth bomb dropped, right? But like I said, this does not mean to all of a sudden just like completely eliminate women from your life. I mean, unless you choose to do that. Personally, I've done that before. I went monk mode when I went building my business. I did it purposely and voluntarily, just because I was dating too many women at the time and I was highly distracted. And I knew if I kept these women in my life, I would not be able to build a sustainable business. So I needed to go monk mode, which I did for a few years. And it started to have some psychological effects on me, just isolating myself and not interacting with anyone, including, you know, friends. And I realized I need to get back out there. So slowly I started hang out with my guy friends more, but then I realized, like, I missed dating. I missed the company of women. You know, I didn't need their company, but I missed it. I missed taking trips with them and stuff like that. That's just not as fun when you just go with your guy friends. Yeah, it's fun when you go with your guy friends every once in a while, but it's also nice too when you just go with your girl and you cuddle and stay in bed all day and stuff like that. I like doing stuff like that, okay? And it doesn't make me a pussy beggar. You know, I'm just fulfilling my DNA. I'm just fulfilling the reasons why I was put on this earth. So yeah, don't take this information the wrong way, because otherwise, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors by just completely eliminating women out of your life. You know, it's kind of like, and I hate to equate it to this, it's kind of like junk food. You know, I eat pretty healthy, but a couple of times a week, I might go to Taco Bell or something like that, right? I know it's not the best for me, but you know what? It just adds to the spice of life. It just keeps life fun, right? It makes me feel good. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to eat it every day, because if I ate it every day, I'd be sleepy all the time, tired, I'd get fat. So obviously, you don't want to eat it every day, but hey, a couple of times a week won't kill you, probably be good for you. It's important too to not take this information and give yourself an excuse to get struck with give-up-itis and just stop approaching girls, period, and stop having anything to do with girls. A lot of guys who go that route, I mean, they were never that good with women to begin with, so it's easy for them. But obviously, if you're watching my channel, you're looking to get good with women and you want to create a circle of dating options, and you do want to have women in your life. You know, as I do. I have plenty of women in my life. The difference is when you go red pill, these women will not be the priority in your life. Okay, they won't be the priority anymore. Whereas before, I guarantee they were the priority, right? As they are for most blue pill men out there. You don't know any better, so you make your woman the priority because you think that's what you're supposed to do. That's the right thing to do, and it's not. You should be the priority, not your woman. Okay, like I said, if you lead, she will follow. If you stay on your path and purpose, that girl will follow you. So I'm gonna wrap up here. I just wanted to bang this quick coaching video out just to let you know how hypergamy works. And again, if you don't believe me, go ahead and Google it. Do your own research. See for yourself. Don't attack the messenger. I don't need to hear your personal opinions on the matter. Until next time, this is M. Don't forget to smash that like button. Also hit that notification bell up top so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot when you do that, guys. When you actually subscribe to my channel, it tells YouTube that I'm creating content that you like and that you want to see more of it. Okay, so definitely subscribe to my channel. Also, for you guys who want to support my work and support my content and everything I'm teaching, guys, a great way to do it is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery. The first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, where you are going to be learning from a real life, experienced, active dating coach, pickup instructor, pickup artist, whatever you want to call me. Okay, I am actively out there approaching girls 4 to 5 times per week. I've dated over 350 young, beautiful women now successfully, and I continue to do so. I've been in field over 3 decades now, and I teach thousands of men all over the world. So if you want to support my work, my content, and what I'm teaching you guys, jump into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery. Like I said, the first month's only $1, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box, and it will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.